Other than enemy action in Ukraine, Russia has lost a considerable number of aerial assets due to friendly fire. But another factor is adding to the trouble: accidents due to equipment failures, especially engine. Currently, information is scarce, but according to the Russian Ministry of Defense, or MOD, a Russian MiG-31 Foxhound interceptor experienced an engine fire and subsequently crashed into the northern Murmansk region earlier today. The two crew members were able to successfully eject before the aircraft crashed. TASS news agency reported that, according to a statement from the Russian MOD, the MiG-31 involved in the incident was on a scheduled training flight when the accident occurred. Spectators recorded footage of the aircraft ablaze as it descended from the sky. It's worth noting that the aircraft appeared to be flying level with its tail section on fire before losing control and crashing into the ground. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how engine issues have taken down another Russian combat aircraft. Let's get started. The Russian MOD also stated, as TASS reported, that both pilots were catapulted. The pilots were quickly evacuated by the helicopter of the Search and Rescue Service, and their lives and health are not in danger. TASS, citing Russian law enforcement, reported that the MiG-31 crashed into a lake after one of its engines caught fire. The cause of the engine fire is presently unknown. The outlet also reported that the crash occurred some 10 kilometers, or about 6 miles, from the city of Molchegorsk near the island of Ritz-Guba. The unit to which the MiG-31 belonged is presently unclear, although it's possible that it was from the 98th Independent Composite Aviation Regiment, OSAP, in Molchegorsk. Mikoyan MiG-31 is a supersonic interceptor aircraft developed for use by the Soviet Air Forces. The aircraft was designed by the Mikoyan Design Bureau as a replacement for the earlier MiG-25 Foxbat. MiG-31 is based on and shares design elements with the MiG-25. The MiG-31 has the distinction of being one of the fastest combat jets in the world. It continues to be operated by the Russian Air Force. The Russian Defense Ministry expects the MiG-31 to remain in service until 2030 or beyond, with several upgrades. It's powered by two Soloviev D-30 F6 afterburning turbofan engines, which generate 93 kilonewtons, or about 21,000 pound-force thrust each dry, and 152 kilonewtons, or 34,000 pound-force with afterburner. MiG-31 has a max speed of Mach 2.83 and a service ceiling of 25,000 meters, or 82,000 feet. The aircraft has been used against Ukraine, most notably the K variant, to launch the Kinzhal hypersonic missile. While engine issues in combat aircraft are not unheard of, Russia has a chronic problem. It's lost several fighters and bombers because of this in the last few years alone. Russian engines are known to be very susceptible to FOD, or foreign object damage, and have vibrations problems due to bearing issues, which result in them wearing out faster and make them prone to sudden failures. The most damning and clear report came from India, a long-term importer of Russian jets. The CAG, or Comptroller and Auditor General of India, had, in its 2016 report, observed that the MiG-29K, which is a carrier-borne, multi-role aircraft and the mainstay of integral fleet air defense, is riddled with problems relating to the airframe, RD Mk-33 engine, and fly-by-wire system. The CAG audit observed that as of September 2014, a total of 65 engines, 42 with 21 aircraft and 23 spares, had been acquired. However, since its induction in February 2010, 40 engines, representing 62% of the 65 engines, had been withdrawn from service or rejected due to design-related defects or deficiencies. The CAG report noted in 2016, The issue has serious flight safety implications since in-flight engine defects had led to 10 cases of single-engine landings. Operational availability of the MiG-29Ks between 2014 and 2016 fluctuated from 15.93% to 37.63%, while the MiG-29K-UB trainers was between 21.2% and 47.14%. In the last year, since the beginning of President Putin's so-called special military operation in Ukraine, one aspect has become evident. Russia didn't anticipate a long-drawn conflict. It's apparent that the military was not fully ready for such a situation. There seems to be a lack of proper maintenance and a degree of incompetence. This is one less air-to-air threat for Ukrainian fighter pilots to worry about, and one less air platform that's able to fling Kinzhal hypersonic missiles at Ukrainian strategic targets. With Russian assets being pushed into sustained use for conflict, there is every possibility that more such incidents will occur. It remains to be seen if Russia can better manage this in the coming days.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.